You ever look back and realize the scariest moments start with something stupidly ordinary? Like, one night, my wife says no to the HOA, and the next, we're getting threatened by three guys in dollar store police uniforms, boots that don't match, badges with typos, and a citation for not joining a club we never asked for. I mean, seriously, that was the first shot fired in a war we never meant to start. And yeah, I froze. Anyone would. Tell me you wouldn't. I still remember the sound of their knock. Loud, angry, a warning more than a greeting. Rachel's at the window, eyes wide, whispering that the so-called officers are here because she refused HOA membership. No warrant, no paperwork, just attitude. The ringleader, some mustached 40-something with a nervous belt tug and a badge from a county that doesn't even exist. He's reciting community safety codes, saying it's a misdemeanor to turn down the HOA. You know what I mean? None of it adds up. But he's so sure, you start second-guessing yourself. They demand Rachel come with them for processing. I can't help noticing their uniforms, shiny, polyester, the kind you'd buy for a Halloween party. One guy's badge even says pubic safety. Under different circumstances, I'd have laughed. But right then, I was just trying to keep it together. Rachel's calm, asks for a warrant. They can't produce one. Instead, they hand us a fake-looking citation for $850 and a Saturday court date. I know courts don't run on weekends, but my mind's racing. The guy with the handcuffs gets closer, and suddenly I'm thinking, are we really in danger, or just the butt of a bad prank? I pull out my phone and tell them I'm calling the police to confirm their authority. The effect is instant. They start sweating, talking over each other, insisting we're only making things worse by not cooperating. They want this quiet. And now, Mrs. Patterson is peeking through her curtains. They see her too, start fidgeting, eyes darting. It's all so off. Rachel calls their bluff, points out the misspelled badge, demands real police, and that's when the wheels come off. Static from the radio. Excuses about not needing a warrant for community violations. I say I'm calling 911, and suddenly they're retreating fast, promising to return with documentation. They drive off in a stickered-up SUV that's no more a cop car than my lawnmower is a fire truck. Afterward, we sit on the couch, reviewing video I took, adrenaline crashing. Everything about these guys screams scam. No legal authority, fake uniforms, toy handcuffs, and not a single law on their side. But the thing is, by morning, it's not over. I open the front door, and there's paper everywhere. On the mailbox, the car, the fence. Every document looks official until you squint. Big headers, bold text, Rachel's name up top. Listing infractions like wrong paint color, unapproved landscaping, unauthorized vehicle. Fines total $850. Imagine that. Rachel's up all night, watching the door. We find details in one letter referencing private jokes we'd made on our porch. Someone's been listening, watching. Then Mrs. Rodriguez shuffles over, hands trembling, same stack of citations, over $1,000 worth, left all over her property. I try to reassure her. This is a fraud, but she's scared. Who wouldn't be? And there's the black SUV again, mustache guy behind the wheel, just parked, watching. We start taking photos, zooming in on the fake decals, the bogus light bar from some auto parts store. Reviewing security footage, I see him, 3:15 a.m., delivering these documents, house to house. Got him on tape. This isn't a prank. It's a campaign. I call the county clerk, ask about HOA authority. She laughs, confused. No HOA can issue citations or arrest anyone. Only code enforcement can, and only for actual violations. Our paperwork is fake. She tells me to call the real police. Meanwhile, Rachel's skipping work meetings. Mrs. Patterson gets a call from someone claiming to be an officer, asks about our routines when we leave the house. She hangs up when he can't provide a badge number. Everyone's on edge. The next day, Rachel's boss calls her in. Someone delivered fake police reports to her office, accusing her of criminal violations. The aim is clear, get her fired. It's character assassination, and it's working. A senior paralegal at her work recognizes the scam. She's seen this before. That gives us a sliver of hope. And then Martha Green, the queen bee of the HOA, calls a community meeting. The place is packed. Martha's got a projector, making it all seem official, warning everyone about dangerous residents, meaning us, refusing to follow HOA rules. She even shows photos from the fake arrest. But Dennis Williams, a retired paralegal, stands up and calmly calls her out, explaining the HOA has zero law enforcement power. The room gets tense. In private, Dennis tells us Rachel's late aunt had warned him about HOA land lease issues, and that we should dig through any old documents she left behind. I'm thinking, what now? Martha tries to keep up the charade, but when Rick, mustache guy, shows up in uniform again, I call 911 in front of everyone. The real cops arrive, recognize the fraud instantly, and arrest Rick for impersonating an officer. The community starts to turn. People are asking questions, demanding the truth. Martha crumbles under pressure, can't produce a single real document backing up her authority. Now, with Dennis's encouragement, we spend a weekend buried in Rachel's aunt's paperwork. And then, boom, we find it, the land lease. Turns out, the whole development is built on land Rachel owns. The HOA? Just tenants, paying a lease they stopped honoring 3 years ago. The lease says if they harass residents or impersonate police, the landowner, that's us now, can terminate the agreement. Suddenly, the power dynamics flipped. We get a lawyer, Patricia, who's as tough as they come. She drafts a notice, pay up to $40,000 in overdue rent, stop all illegal activity, or we terminate the lease and, technically, could evict the HOA. We deliver it to Martha. She panics, calls another emergency meeting, tries spinning a story about outside agitators. No one's buying it now. Rachel stands up, shows everyone the documents, calmly explains how the HOA violated every term in the lease. Dennis walks people through what their real rights are. The mood shifts. People who were once silent now speak up about their own harassment, fake citations, threats, even fraud. Then the cops walk in and arrest Martha for conspiracy and fraud. Her real estate career? Over. Rick's facing a pile of charges. The rest of the HOA board resigns on the spot. Dennis volunteers to head a transition team. Rachel, now officially the landowner, says she'll renegotiate the lease, refund every bogus fine, and help set up real, fair governance. It's not just symbolic. Every resident who paid an illegal fine gets refunded, thanks to the sale of Martha's assets. The new HOA is transparent. Open meetings, published minutes, actual legal compliance. Rachel keeps her authority, but uses it to protect people, not threaten them. In the end, the case against Martha and Rick becomes a model for law enforcement. Real cops train others on how to spot fake authority, and our story inspires people statewide to stand up to HOA bullying. The neighborhood changes. Where there was once fear and division, now there's barbecue, laughter, real conversation. Rachel stands up at the dedication of our new charter. No more secrets, just community. The sign outside says, Greenwood Community, where neighbors come first. Simple, but louder than any of Martha's threats. So let me ask you, would you have pushed back or kept your head down? Would you give them a second chance or shut it all down? Drop your thoughts below. If you've ever had to fight for what's right, especially when it feels like you're up against the world, let us know. Hit like if you want more stories like this. And remember, the real power isn't in the rules. It's in the people willing to stand together. Stay loud, stay kind, and, for the love of God, check the badge twice.